like to thank those who participated in the opening exercises. At this time, me, Sala, and Tearzah will be giving the devotional tonight. Sala is going to go ahead and read the scripture, then me and Tearzah will do our experiences.
Okay, so the scripture comes from Romans chapter 1, verse 16, and it says, "For I am not ashamed of the gospel of Christ, for it is the power of God unto salvation to everyone that believeth, to the Jew first, and also to the Greek." I give you things in the name of Jesus Christ.
Amen.
Amen. Alright, so when I read the scripture, it says, I will not be ashamed of the gospel of Jesus Christ. And so whenever I think about that, I remember a time in 7th grade in history class, and we're talking about, westward movement. And so they started talking about the Mormons, right? There we go. And so they go, is anyone a Mormon in this class? And I didn't raise my hand because I just wanted to see, what they would say, if they knew that there wasn't any Mormons there. So they're, talking all this stuff, and they're talking about polygamy and how we still do it. So I was, felt really awkward to myself, because I was like, wow, this is awkward because we don't do, any of this stuff, right? So I raised my hand, and teacher calls me, and I was like, hey, so I'm a Mormon, and, we don't do any of that stuff that you just said. So then after that, we just had, this really, great, scriptural talk, and, or a scriptural discussion about what Mormons do, and, how they're different from other churches, but how they're the same, from, same, principles as most churches. And, by me standing up for my beliefs, it just makes me learn that, if I can stand up in this little class, then I can stand up in front of a bunch more people, because if I have the faith to stand up in front of them, then I can do it anywhere. So I want to bear my testimony that you guys should never be afraid to share your testimony about the gospel, because to me this is the gospel is not a religion, it's a way of life. So if you just think about it like that, then it'll be much easier to live the commandments and stuff. And I say this thing in the name of Jesus Christ, amen.
Amen.
Okay, so I want to thank Tolisi for giving that experience, because I'm actually going to bounce back off what she was saying. So what she was saying was we shouldn't be afraid to express our feelings about our church and our testimony especially. And my experience is more of feeding my testimony a lot and expressing it in things that I do, things that I say. And I'm not perfect, but my friends do realize, and they notice how much different I am from them. And they respect that, and they know exactly who we are as a church. And it rubbed off of them so much, in fact, that I actually got invited to a party that's actually tonight. And it's not really a good party, you know what I mean. And I wasn't going to go anyways, but I was telling a lot of my friends about it, because most of them didn't get invited. And they were all saying, I know you're not going to go, right? And I'm like, yeah, I'm not going to go. And they go, well, good, because that's not who you are. That's not for you. And they're not Mormon. They're actually, most of them are they don't even believe in God. But they told me that they know that me putting myself in that situation will bring down my standards, and it'll just expose me. And to me, them knowing who I am and kind of backing my decision on that, it really meant a lot. And not to mention, me and my brother are kind of the only Mormons in our school. There's another one, but she's kind of inactive. She goes to the Arlington Sick. But the point is, I think, we need to share our testimony, but not just once, often. And not just share our testimony, you really need to live what you're saying, what you believe. And that's my testimony to you, and I say all these things humbly in the Lord Jesus Christ. Amen.
I'd like to thank Sala and Tearzah for helping me with the devotionals. At this time, we're going to turn the time over to Nia for announcements or something. Whatever.